Dear friends, welcome to Learning About. In this video, I'm going to share information regarding the latest recruitment notification from the Indian Air Force. This is for the recruitment of commissioned officers. So this is both through AFCAT and NCC. Now this is for the recruitment of officers, the commissioned officers in the flying branch, in ground duty, both technical and non-technical. And the courses will commence in Jan 2023. So this commissioned officers, they're equivalent to the Group A gazetted officers, and the starting salary is 56,100. And of course, as far as Air Force is concerned, apart from the salary, there are a lot of other benefits that the officers get. Okay, so starting from insurance to education for the children, and then there is leave travel allowance, there is a house rent allowance. Okay, there are a lot of benefits, and apart from that, it is one of the most prestigious and sought after profession in our country. And the total number of vacancies as far as this particular session is concerned, they have announced closer to 330 vacancies. And important dates, so the online application process has already started and it ends on 31st December 2021. And the candidates who are applying for AFCAT can download the hall ticket starting from 28th of Jan, and the online AFCAT exam will happen on 12th, 13th and 14th of February, and the AFSB, the Air Force Selection Board interview, will happen in the subsequent months. And type of before I get into the eligibility criteria, I'll just give about the type of commission. So there are two commissions. Okay, one is the permanent commission for men, wherein the candidates joining as permanent commission officers would continue to serve until the retirement age in the respective branches as per their rank. And as far as the short service commission is concerned, for the flying branch for both men and women, so it is for the duration of 14 years, and for the ground duty technical and non-technical, the officers would short service commission is for a tenure of 10 years, and an extension of 4 years may be granted subject to service requirements, availability of vacancies, willingness, suitability and merit. And similarly, there is also a possibility of permanent commission in the future, like after that duration of 14 years, again subject to service requirements, availability of vacancies, willingness, suitability and merit. Now, so this is the split up of vacancies. Okay, so for example, short service commission, there are 77 vacancies in the flying branch. In the ground duty permanent commission, 19, short service 76, and so on. So you can pause the video to look at the details. And please remember, as far as the NCC is concerned, of the total seats, 10% seats out of the combined defense service examination, those vacancies, 10% is among that vacancy, 10% is reserved for NCC. Similarly, of the AFCAT vacancies, 10% is reserved for the NCC special entry. Now coming to the eligibility criteria, nationality should be an Indian, and as far as the age is concerned, for the flying branch it is 20 to 24 years, that is born between 2nd January 1999 to 1st January 2003. And so there is a relaxation for commercial pilot license issued by DGCA. For those holders, it is up to 26 years, and for the ground duty technical and non-technical, it is 26 years, maximum upper limit 26 years. And as far as the marriage status is concerned, the candidate below 25 years of age must be unmarried. So widows, widowers and divorcees below 25 years of age are also not eligible. And coming to educational criteria, now for the flying branch and ground duty technical, so they expect like maths and physics. Okay, and minimum 50% marks each in maths and physics at 10+2 level. And for this, as far as the degree is concerned, any degree is eligible. It can be the 3-year degrees or the 4-year degree, any degree eligible, or the cleared section A and B exam of AMIE or ASY with a minimum of 60%. Okay, so degree 60%, and in 10+2 with physics 50%. For technical, for the aeronautical electronics, okay, so physics and maths mandatory with 50%, and graduation like a 4-year degree with minimum 60%. And apart from the earlier set criteria, like you have like graduate membership examination of the Institution of Electronics and Telecommunication Engineers, again with 60%. Now for the electronics stream, these are the branches that are eligible in engineering. Okay, so from computer science, electronics, ECE, EEE and so on. Okay, so E&I, cyber security, IT and so on. So this is the list. You can pause the video to look at the details. Similarly, in the ground duty technical, you also have the mechanical stream. So similar conditions, okay, similar percentage criteria, max physics mandatory and all that. Now here, what are the branches, engineering branches that are eligible, like mechanical, aerospace, aeronautical and so on, mechatronics, nanotechnology, robotics, rubber technology, etc. You can pause the video to look at the details. Now as far as ground duty non-technical is concerned, they are not asking for max physics, but like 10+2 stream, that is essential, and any graduate is eligible. Any graduate is eligible for this, for ground duty non-technical administration and logistics. Then there is ground duty non-technical accounts, for which again like all the basics. Now here degree like with a finance specialization is asked. Okay, so it can either be a BCom degree, or it can be like BBA with specialization of finance, or Bachelor of Management Studies with specialization of finance, Bachelor of Business Studies with specialization in finance, or BSc with specialization in finance, or CA or CMA, CS or CFA. Okay, qualified in these, those candidates are also permitted. Now this is the schedule for AFCAT. Okay, so like there are 3 days, so any one day, like any shift. Okay, so first shift or second shift schedule you will get. Now this is the AFCAT scheme. So AFCAT exam, you will have general awareness, verbal ability, numerical ability, reasoning, and for the technical branch, those who are applying for the technical branch, you will also have the engineering knowledge test, wherein accordingly like mechanical or computer or electrical, whatever, like you will get the relevant one. Now each question carries 3 marks. But please remember, there is negative mark for wrong answers. So wrong answers will fetch 1 negative, will take away 1 negative mark. Okay, so 1 negative mark for wrong answers, and if the candidates don't answer a question, then there is no marks, it is 0. So totally in the AFCAT 100 questions and 300 marks, in EKT like 50 questions and 150 marks. Total duration of 2 hours and 45 minutes. And this is the syllabus for English. This is the syllabus for general awareness. So you will find videos related to general awareness in our channel, and as far as English, you can use our practice platform. And numerical ability, you have videos. This is the numerical ability syllabus, and then you have the reasoning and military aptitude test. Now, so those who qualify this will go for the Air Force Selection Board interview. Now as far as the NCC entry is concerned, those candidates, they don't have to write the AFCAT. Okay, but what is required is NCC Air Wing C certificate is required. And as far as the educational qualification is concerned, the final year, those who are in the final year, those will be graduating in 2022 can also apply. Those who will be graduating in 2022 can apply, but by September 2022, the provisional or probably November 2022, the provisional should be available. Provisional certificate should be available. Okay, so candidates who have applied for the NCC special entry will be directly called for AFSB. So on what basis, what exact criteria is followed, it is not revealed by the Air Force Selection Board. Okay, now so AFSB centers, if you see, there are 5 centers as listed here, and those who opt for flying branch. Okay, so you have to choose Dehradun, Mysore and Varanasi. And please remember, those who are who qualify in the AFCAT. Okay, so you can actually choose the date and venue for your AFSB. Okay, so that is possible. Now so first written test, okay, or you come via NCCC certificate, then you go for the AFO Selection Board, similar to the Services Selection Board SSB. You have the AFO Selection Board. Okay, and so here there are 2 stages. In stage 1, you have the Officer Intelligence Rating Test along with the Picture Perception Test, and there will be a group discussion, and so it will happen in the first half day itself, and only those who qualify in the first stage will go to the second stage. And second stage will be a it will happen about for 5 days. Okay, so it will be, there will be group tasks, there will be some physical activities, there will be psychological test. Okay, there will be interview and all that. Okay, and so there will be document verification and subsequently followed by the medical examination. And those who qualify this will go for the medical examination. And so for the flying branch, CPSS, that is a computerized pilot selection system, would be administered, and this is a once in a lifetime test. So candidates who have already failed, who had earlier failed CPSS or PABT, they cannot appear, and the flight cadets suspended from flying training at Air Force Academy are also not eligible for this. And final merit list, okay, so there'll be separate qualifying marks for AFSB and the AFCAT, and also like together, you know, like, so they have a the cutoff, the final merit list would be based on marks put together, okay, and so final merit list would be released. And as far as the training is concerned, the training will happen in the first week of Jan 2023, and so it will happen for as far as the flying and ground duty technical, it will happen for a duration of 74 weeks, and for ground duty non-technical, the training duration is 52 weeks. That's like 1 year in the Air Force training establishment. So this is the physical conditioning given for the selection process. And how to apply, so there is a fee of 250 rupees that is supposed to be paid, and link to apply is given in the description below. You can click on that to apply. So basically you are asked for your Aadhaar, you are asked for your so in the application form filling, you have to give your personal details, your qualification details, your course preference, okay. So whether you're opting for flying branch or ground duty, technical, non-technical, etc., you have to choose the communication details, and then upload documents like your photograph, probably your 10th mark sheet, and then left thumb impression, your signature, etc., and then you can choose the city selection. As far as AFCAT exam is concerned, it's conducted almost throughout the country. In many major cities it is conducted, so you can choose the city. And so as I said before, those who apply for AFCAT can download the admit card in after 28th of January, and the admit card also will reach your mailbox, registered email ID. Now I hope the information was useful to you, and if you have any questions, please put your questions in the comment section below. And if you like this information, click on the like button and share it with your friends. And if you have not already subscribed to our channel, please do subscribe. Thanks for watching the video. Have a great day.